My name is Tamma Hughes, and I'm with the town of Wendell, and most of you already know me, and thank you for coming. And we have an app, and we bought it just a couple months ago, probably around June. The reason that we bought it was because citizens right now call, and they make a phone call, and they complain about something. And if they see something after hours or at different times of the day, it's not loading. Okay, so back to me now. We bought the package because one of our citizens, one of our commissioners said, well, we would like for an easy way for citizens to let somebody know that there is a dead animal on the road, because we're in a rural area, and sometimes, you know, a deer may stay on the road or on the side of the road for a couple of days before it gets picked up, which gets quite ripe. And so, cross y'all's fingers, is it loaded? Oh, yeah, look. Okay, so I'm going to just use the buttons. I'm not going to use the clicker because it didn't work. So the biggest thing that the commissioner wanted was, he wanted citizens to be able to call in at 6 in the morning or give an update or give something out, not during business hours. They wanted to be able to, for the citizen, while it's on their mind, to give information to the town of something that they think needs to be fixed. And so those things are dead animal on the road, potholes, things like that. So that's where this started. And I talked to the commissioners about what they could buy. This is a package. There's a couple of packages out there. Can't think of the rest of them. Public Stuff is who we bought. And so Public Stuff offers this package, and then you put your own skin on it. So it looks and feels just like your application. You put your own things on there, your own icons and pictures. But it's basically the same kind of app that most other municipalities would be using. It is also a, these are some other things you could do: grass mowing, noise complaints, sidewalk issues, something needs to be repaired in downtown. So this is what the app looks like from the citizen's point of view. When you pull it up, you can put it on the computer, in a mobile app. You can have Android or iPhone, and you pull it up and you say, I want to view the issues for this town. And by the way, the name of the app is Tell Wendell, and you can download that on your device. You can just go to Google or the App Store and download it, and you can add it to your phone, and it comes up and you can do a view. And this is the map view. And you see the icons, the little green location dots. That's where incidents or citizens have put things. This is the list view. So this is what citizens see, and there's a difference between what citizens see and what we see. There's a big difference. So the citizens see the map view with the little locations on it. And they only see what the citizens put in, or what we put in that the citizens are allowed to see. So there are a few things on there that we keep private. But this is the list view. In the list view, you can see that there's a picture right there. I wasn't sure about how the internet was going to work, so I didn't do a live demo. So you can't see the picture very well, but that's a bunch of trash. Okay. So this is things that citizens have put in. Now, one's anonymous, one is a hairstylist in town, and those two are anonymous too. So they can put anything in. We do have the ability to track what they put in and kind of limit what they say on there. We can go back and edit it, and if the user becomes a problem user, citizen, who might say some things that aren't very nice. I know y'all don't have that in y'all's town, but so we do have the ability to block that citizen from putting comments on. They can still put a work order in, but we can block that comment. And here is, up close, here's one that somebody put in. All they did was say, place all-star recognition date on the board. So we have a board in town that we send information out to the citizens, and it's like a billboard-like thing. We are getting a real sign soon, but right now it's just one of those little, what's the letters on there like this? Somebody has to go change that every day. So right now, somebody put that in. They wanted the all-star recognition date. We actually had a ceremony in town. We had 3 teams that went to all-stars. This is a work order, and I wanted to show the difference between this one. It has a picture up there. It has a map. Somebody put a map in it. But they also, they put their description in there. Basically, a traffic light wasn't working properly. The way the citizen thought it should be working, right? So A. Bryant is actually, see where it says Town of Wendell right beside him? That shows that staff did that. And A. Bryant is our Public Works Director. And so he has put a comment in here about, well, this is not really us, it's DOT and blah, blah, blah. So the user says, well, yeah, but you have to have a vehicle all the way on the new pavement to trip the light. So basically he's saying, I don't really care whose problem it is, it still needs to be fixed. So you have to go back and you work on it. And that way the citizens get to engage back and forth, and the Public Works Director gets to go fix this again, or gets to call the citizen or email the citizen and let them know. Here's a work order that somebody put in. The truck, you can't see it very good when I was doing the screenshots. The picture didn't show up really good. But basically the truck is not pulled up far enough, and so it's out in the out in the road. And our downtown area is not conducive to not parking properly. So if you're not parked all the way up, you're kind of blocking part of the road. And so this truck, again, has a problem. This citizen has put it in more than once for this particular truck. So we've got a citizen with a truck that can't park and a citizen who's mad about it, right? And so that happens a lot. But he's pretty nice here. He said, same truck's again, parked off the curb. Cars can't see at intersection, blah, 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 and they have to swerve in the lane to go around. So what we did with this work order is our police department has started patrolling downtown a little bit more. So it does change our workflow. It does help the citizens know that we're listening, and so they're happy about that. This, you might not be able to see it very well. This is a list. If you go to the dashboard, this is the request list. This is what we see. So they see the little map and then the list of blocks information. This is what we see. And here's all of our work orders here. And you'll see this one right here. I'm going to show you in detail. This one right here is a computer issue. These two are new. It shows you that they're new. This one says it's got a picture on it. So you can see a list of things. These are the people that are assigned to, and these are the request types. And so when you have a request type, you go in and you say, well, for a computer issue, it would come to me. And since I don't really work for the public, I work for all the departments that I support, right? I'm internal, so everything that has to do with computers will always be an internal issue. I won't have one of those little locations on the map. Hopefully, nobody does that. So I am completely internal. All of my work orders will be internal. All of my issues will be internal. And my comments will be internal. And there is a difference between internal comments and public comments. I think I went through here, yeah. I brought up the computer issue one. And so you can change the workflow over here to the left. There's a workflow thing. You can add a step. I've already completed it here, but there's a button underneath there. If you don't have it completed, then you can add a step. So I'm going to say, well, Public Works has to give me their password so I can do this. So I'll send that back to Public Works or whatever. I probably wouldn't do that if I picked the phone, call them, but you can add workflows and reroute it to another department if you needed to. And this is the comments, where it says comments, it says request information, comments, map, you can see all of that stuff right there. So the request information was the one we were on a while ago, and the comments is the one that's selected now. And the comments, you can add these comments, and you can put pretty much anything in there. This one is going to be internal, see the blue at the bottom where it says internal? This would be an internal comment. If I wanted to make it public so that I showed up, remember where it said A. Bryant in town of Wendell? He would click this button right here to public so that it would now be on the outside screen, so that we let the citizens know what we've done to fix it. I'm not going to be doing public comments, so I'm happy about that. Here's a report that you can pull on the reports page. It shows activities for the last, I think it's a month. Yeah, a month. Stats over here, services by department, and the red is overdue over here. So our public works department has some overdue ones. And then services by category right here. These are some reports that you can pull individually, request by department. This is what the town manager really wanted when she decided to go this route, is she wanted to see firsthand which departments were taking care of what the citizens wanted and how long it took them to get it done. And so, yes, that is a little bit of a catch-22, that we had some departments not really happy about that to begin with. We had to work with them. They were still working with some, and the service types, they could get to see what they're looking for. So if she would get a comment from somebody saying, I have called this in 3 times. Well, now she could look on here and see if they've called it in 3 times and who worked on it. And if the same person worked on it and it's still not resolved, maybe she needs to have a talk with them, find out what the issue is. Or maybe it's the citizen expectations are unrealistic in that, like the DOT problem. It's not really our issue, it's a DOT issue. We need to explain that to a citizen and let them know that. But that helps her. She can look this up any time of the day when she gets an email from somebody. And that way when she's prepared, a little more prepared.
So are all phone calls where there's some?
No, not all phone calls, but all complaint phone calls are. So if we get a call and they say, my garbage can got hit by some kind of vehicle and it's laying in the middle of the road and I need a new one, it would go in here as well. Yeah. Potholes, any complaint that's a phone call. Yeah. We put them in. So here's our most active citizens, and it shows how many requests they've submitted in this time frame. Do what? What are you laughing about? Yeah. And you can track these citizens. One has PCP, citizen comments. In my experience, senior center needs more attention and support. So I will tell you that that's the ex-mayor, and he's going to run again. So this is a tool that he's using as a citizen right now, and he's going to be happy to be able to use it when he comes in office, if that should happen. So it's very useful for the citizens. It's very useful for departments and town manager to keep track of things. It is relatively inexpensive. It's based on your citizen base for the cost. So if you are a small municipality, you really can't afford this. It's really not very expensive. They didn't come to our site to set this up. We did it on the phone, took a couple hours, a couple of different phone calls. It was not very hard. If I want to change something, I just send them a new skin or a new picture or a new logo. They're happy to change it out for me. It's not a problem. Oh, there's a little more detail for the citizens and how many comments they made. And you can put a picture on if you forget what the citizens look like. That's it. Anybody have any questions?
How did you market this?
Oh, that's a good question. So we did market this. We, since we're a small town or a sleepy little town, and we have most of our citizen base is elderly, so we were trying to get active citizens to engage. We had a July 4th event that was huge for us. So I set up a table right in front of the free hot dog line. No kidding, I really did. And I asked them to help me name the app, and they said, what app? And so then I had a little display, and I told them about it, and then I got them to help name the app. And so I got engagement from them there. I got them to try the app. And then each time we have a function, we had a Wendell Harvest Festival just probably a month ago. And I had a table there too. And so I would tell people about the app, create a little QR code, and the QR code would, I had it so that it would, if you have an Apple device, it would go to the Apple store to get Tell Wendell. And if it was Android, it would go to the Play Store to get your device. And if you didn't have anything, it would just go to the website. And you can do this from the website or from any device and enter in a comment, or you can do it anonymously. You can create a user ID. You can do it however you want to do it. And you can limit that on our side. We can say we don't want anybody anonymous. We want them to tell us who they are, but we didn't do that right now. We're letting them be anonymous.
What's the cost?
Okay, so the price for us was about $3,000 a year for a 3-year contract, which was really not a lot. We got in before they enhanced their work order system that we currently use now, so we got the benefit of it. So the current price that Public Stuff says that they're selling this for is about $5,000 a year. So for our citizen base, and it goes on, we have 6,000 citizens. So up to 10,000 I think is one price, and then 10 to 20 is another. And so it's not real expensive, but they do all the programming, all the coding, all the everything. All we do is pick the users on the internal side and the categories, and that's it. And we do use it internally as a work order system too. We can make one ourselves, put it in private, nobody ever sees it. So we have about 350, and y'all saw those little locations. That was probably about 40 locations on there. We have about 350 in there right now, and all of those don't show up. If I have something, or the code enforcement guy puts something in, he's not going to put in there that, again, this grass needs to be mowed. So those are internal, nobody ever sees them. We do have them. Any other questions? Thank you.